Imagine a country where the people are told that the police need extra authority to police and control them. But when the police break the law, suddenly no special authority or powers are granted to hold them accountable. And that is the contradiction that we now facing in Trinidad and Tobago. Because when the Minister of Homeland Security could make a statement like, the Police Complaints Authority don't need any extra powers or authority to investigate police officers, while at the same time proving that the only way that police can actually function is under SOEs and ZOSOs, literally begging for them. That is not just hypocrisy again. That is the beginning of a legal catastrophe. In my previous video, if you didn't see it, I'll link it right here, I spoke about something that most people don't see. The quiet payouts that happen when the police mess up. When the police break the law, they don't face the consequences financially. The state does. The taxpayer does. Millions of dollars leave the treasury in silence, with no reform, no real form of accountability, and no transparency to the public. I'm talking about civil settlements, wrongful death suits, abuse of power claims, and years of litigation paid for by public funds. So this is not something new. But what is new is that the contradiction is being said so openly and so loudly by the highest office in national security. Now, the funniest thing in this is that the Minister of Homeland Security is saying that the PCA should not get any more authority or any more powers to investigate police officers, and that police officers should investigate police officers. What? So you're trying to tell me that police getting SOE powers, ZOSO authority, expanded stop and search, curfews, detentions, and firearm authority, but PCA had to bat in the crease. That is what you're saying. And let the police now investigate the police. But let me ask the most obvious question. If the police get so much authority to control and police citizens, why can't the PCA get a little bit more authority to police and control the police? Is the police service above the laws? Is the police service above being held accountable for actions? What? You cannot justify power in one direction and refuse accountability in the other. That breaks down the entire concept of rule of law, that you are hired. You hold a position to uphold, to protect. Because let me talk about what we're heading into, right? Now that they're saying you're going to get locked up for recording the police, which goes against the High Court, and now that they're telling PCA to bat in the crease and let the police investigate the police themselves, the police now become investigator, jury, and judge all in one. Which is why they could make the conscious decision to shoot a surrendering man 25 times. Because even in this case, you could see that oversight becomes symbolic, not functional. Nothing will come out of this as yet. The man's father, his sister, his mother still waiting, his wife still waiting to hear from the police what they have to say. And the bottom line and what the Minister of Homeland Security is trying to get at, that the police should investigate police. No institution, and I'm talking none, even a normal business, should have the final say over their own wrongdoing. But what kind of stupidness is that? That's common sense. Because that is not accountability. That is immunity. It's obvious you're going to cover your own ass. Come on now, man. Stop taking the public for idiots. And back to my previous video, when those cases collapse, because just imagine the High Court telling you you can't do something and you say you're going to do it. So when you take that case to court, what do you think going to happen? And when those cases collapse, who you think going to be paying for that? Who you think going to be paying compensation to the person? Who you think going to be paying for the person's lawyer fees? John public, taxpayers, and these police going to be back out on the road again, doing the same bullshit because there is no accountability. Now you want to put other masks on top of it and let the police investigate police, so it have no accountability at all again. The independent body whose sole purpose is to investigate police wrongdoings, you trying to limit the function that is their sole purpose? What? Why the members of government allowing these things to happen? This is no longer a faceless thing that people just trying to debate on. This issue now has a case and a face behind it. This is a human life you're talking about, and a family left behind. A child going to be born not ever seeing his father's face. And to the people, like I just always say, the dick riders, who just want to come and ask the question, why did he run? We could have asked him that himself. if the police didn't put 25 shots in his car to an unarmed man who had both his hands up and outside the window of the vehicle, right? So if you want to ask the dotish question, why did he run? We would have had the opportunity to ask him that himself. Get the answer from the horse's mouth, but no. You want to defend the actions of the police, whether right or wrong. Let me don't play games. Let me call a SAS and a jack. Even if somebody run from police, but they surrender, even if somebody run from police, that is not a death sentence. You don't get to kill somebody out of suspicion. You don't get to kill somebody because you are afraid they might have a gun. Which his wife now come out and said that he never shot at police. His wife, the widow, who was saying in the passenger side. So who are we going to believe? Who are we going to believe? The police, who at the beginning of this whole investigation, the beginning of this whole case, lied. Because that is what it come out to now. They lied about what initially happened. So who are we going to believe now? The widow who said, my husband did not shoot at the police. The man who had his hands up and outside the window in the footage that everybody saw? Or we're going to keep asking the dotish question, why he run? Why he run is not the issue. A man running not supposed to get killed 25 bullets because a man run from you. You think about, just think about what you're seeing and ask yourself if that makes sense for whatever reason whatsoever. 25 bullets on a man with his hands up and a pregnant woman. You don't care about that. They don't care about that. The people who are asking why he run, they don't care about the man, wife gets shot and she might be paralyzed. You don't care that the man dead. The only thing they want to defend is why he run. So now let me connect the dots and really see where this taken us as a nation, right? We have police with extraordinary powers. Powers that the average police officer do have. The independent oversight body that's supposed to see about the police misbehavior in public and their dealings with the public, they are being denied extra authority. A fraction of what the police have over citizens. A man is dead, his wife is paralyzed, pregnant wife, and the biggest question in everybody's mind apparently is why he run. Because apparently running is a death sentence. Like we was talking in the previous video and this one, who paying for it? The taxpayers. So let me just say this woman was an occupant of the vehicle and she had nothing to do with whoever. Let me say he wasn't something and she had to get compensated. She gets shot while pregnant. Even if she don't remain paralyzed, the state had to compensate her for being shot by police officers for nothing. So who paying for that? Nobody ever want to hear about that one, right? Just like all the others. Again, before the decriers come with the, oh, he run for, and blah, 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 blah. This is not about that one case. This is about the system that failing the nation. The system that can only operate under extra powers. The system who can't be police themselves. In the same manner or a fraction of the manner they policing the citizens. That is what this is about. Because if the law cannot restrain itself in the same manner it is restraining the public need to question it and ask why. Not with violence, but with voices, accountability, and a demand for reform. Because let me tell you something. If you look at the tenure of the Minister of Homeland Security, that is all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it up to you. And when power is protected more than the people the power is supposed to serve and protect, we are already in danger. So let me know your thoughts about this down below. What you think about the police investigating the police on police misbehavior and misconduct while carrying out their duties. I mean, I always thought that the purpose of PCA and that is why we have an independent body called the Police Complaints Authority for. But I don't know. I mean, some people still think running is a death sentence. So people might have a different opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And thanks again for watching. For them fellas reviews, it's Jeremy. And I'll see everybody in the next one. Later.